Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another weekend rendezvous on the Kringer back office, or welcome to my YouTube channel, More Forgetters. This is where we give you updates of what is happening in the mass adoption meetings of the Kringer community every weekend at this particular time, or between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Saturdays. We are here to help you to understand more. My name is Giras Mufam, call more for money in the Kringle community. I'm the chief member helper of the Kringle community, and we are here, as have already said it, to give you updates to those who maybe have occupations that they can do completely the mass adoption training, and they lack means to come up to really be at breast with what was carried out in the mass adoption training. We help you to have updates from here where you can really make your way out as to what we were carrying out within the community for the week. So right now, I'm going to take you straight to the updates of the week, and I believe this is going to strengthen you. But this does not give you the opportunity to stick only to this. Share what I'm offering you and help others to subscribe to this channel. We have a whole lot, and if you're new in the Kringle community and you're looking your way out, the best place to go is to go to what we call the member helpers team, and they will give you a good training. The new member training and the member helpers theme, they will give you a very responsible training on how to go about. But for me, I'm trying to do or I've done a special um, package for newcomers where you can get everything at one stop on all what is being carried out in the Kringle community. So you let me know in the comment section of my YouTube channel, and I will deliver that directly to you on how you can go around the Kringle structure without any difficulties. So that be it, let's go to the subject matter and the substance of this training, which is all about giving a rundown, pardon, of the weekly meeting uh, summary from the 4th to the 8th of October. So, as we always start, we had the weekly meeting that starts at 3 p.m. West and Central African time, which is every Monday. And before that, we have what we call the broadcasters meeting, which is always handled by Ambassador Stephen Coffey, which permits every person that is broadcasting in the Kringle community to be abreast with what we are doing and to be able to let your voice be known and let your voice count. Okay, right now I'm going to take you the extracts of the weekly meeting of Monday the 10th, 2021. In these extracts, I'm focusing on what the main message of the week was and what the admin of TBC wanted everyone of the community to be aware of. So we are going to read this extract because they are the most important and they are the capital points of what the message of the week was. So the admin started by saying, I'm changing the format of our weekly meetings to keep all of you focused on what needs to be done in October 2021. I have alarming information to share, so pay attention. Don't you find it odd that the CDC government website has a page on the zombie apocalypse? So, what is the zombie apocalypse? Why would CDC have an information on the zombie apocalypse? Are they hiding the truth in plain sight? That is the question that admin was trying to ask us at this particular spot. It appears to me that we are already in a zombie apocalypse. What is a zombie? They are the walking dirt, right? What if a person was spiritually dead? How would you know? We always think of the zombie as a rotten corpse of flesh and bone still walking around and chasing after people that are not zombies, right? Easy to spot one of them, you can smell them coming a mile away. They are ugly and look like monsters. But how do you spot someone that is spiritually dead? Most of them look the same, talk the same, and even act the same as those that are not spiritually there. So, from this intro paragraph of the weekly meeting, we try to understand that the admin wanted to stress that we are in the zombie apocalypse, partaking to what the CDC website was saying. And this is something really, really ugly and really, really unacceptable for us to really be living such a tragedy of which human beings are being transformed by the vaccines to be something else. So the most second important aspect of that weekly meeting was this second paragraph that I took it out here, that we are to stress on it, which is the most important. The most important achievement we can do in TBC during the month of October is to finish building the core team of 11,111 members. You're going to see that in the course of unfolding the different summaries of the mass adoption meetings, the admin will still come back a great number of times on these 11,111 members, which is the core team that we're supposed to complete. Excuse me. And completing this core team give us the opportunity to be able to have a good standing for all the bills to be paid and everything to function smoothly. And why not go an extra mile to bring more innovation to the community? Despite the fact that we are working a little bit fine now, but we need more funding and we need to grow. And seeing what a lot of things that we have right now with the viewpoint of Life Force and the movements that we are carrying out in conjunction with Life Force, you see that we have a lot at hand. So we need to be fully funded in order to be strong enough to fight in the zombie apocalypse. TBC would not work in a world filled with zombies. The reason why we set up the core team was to raise enough crypto payments to be able to cover all of the bills that get paid weekly. It's impossible to pay bills using our grains. Last week, the core team was at 5,788, and now it is 5,890. We can do better than this, right? September, in September, we had 2,257 members that made a crypto payment. So keep it in mind that many have already paid annually, and those payments kept us going while the core team was under funding the TBC operation in previous month. So this is what we should take into consideration, because we need a lot of fundings to run the Kringle community and to make things work out absolutely well. Now let's come to the subject matter of Monday, which was the weekly meeting of Monday. Talking about the weekly meeting of Monday, we had this meeting. I had this summary that I pick out from the weekly meeting of Monday. So the mass adoption meeting of Monday, as I mean to say. So the host was Ambassador Bay, and as usual, the tireless Ambassador Bay. We appreciate you so much for your great work that you're doing to the community, and we so appreciate what is going on. Now the meeting started with a video on COVID from a best shoot. Admin show the link of that video. I will post it immediately I finish this video. I'll post it down, and we took time to really understand what the video was all about, because it had to link with this issue of the apocalypse. So admin wanted to stress out on this issue with the apocalypse that the website of the CDC was trying to put out, that are we already in that era of the apocalypse, or are we still? But it was clear from his explanations that we are already in it. Now Adebanjo from Nigeria, working with Life Force, came up, and it was such a shocking news to the whole community and to everyone that was in that training or in that mass adoption training, because Adebanjo is the African representative of Life Force from what we heard from him, and he has been working with Life Force since far back, and he is an early member of the Kringle community. So he went along to dish his story. He said he is a network marketer. He gave his storyline on TBC and how he is working with Life Force. And I tried to draw a little few on his storyline. He said he was trying to use TBC to do a building construction production. So he was trying to use TBC to do construction work for homes that people that are unable to construct their houses can come and get those houses and paid part in and Kringles and part in the ordinary currency. So that was his project that he had with TBC since then 2016 that he joined TBC. And he said he came into contact with Kim through Tank. You know, Tank is the presenter, Stephen Rao of Life Force. So that is the person that took him to Kim. Tank is the first and the other Tora Williams working with Life Force. So he came in contact with Tank, and he later was working with Thomas Williams a Life Force. So he went on to say that Life Force is a social media platform for all to meet and do things together. So he was trying to expose on the main mission and the goal of which Life Force is having to the world. I believe with the Life Force website, if you are not vested with Life Force, you can just type this. This is the website of Life Force right here. Network. I think network.news. You'll see it will just pop up because I'm using it. So this is the Life Force website he was making allusion to, and this is the website that everybody that has to get information from Life Force need to come to this website. Yesterday we were on the Friday call. I was on the call of yesterday. I think that this is that call. So this is the website news that is right here. So you can come here to get everything about about the news of the Life Force group. So this is a video that is still coming on, and which you can take time to watch and to understand what Life Force is giving as information. So this is the Life Force website. So you just need to have this right here, this link right here. I'll copy the link and
Good evening and welcome to United Network News. My name is Stefan Rao, and this is Live at 5. Earlier this week, we reported that the Romanian government was under investigation by the EU Commission for mishandling of vaccine procurement. The Romanian people took a stand, refusing to get vaccinated. As a result, the vaccine centers were closed down. And now, Romania's center-right governing coalition has collapsed after lawmakers voted to bring down Prime Minister Florin Situ's administration.
So that is the news, the way it is, as Steve Rao will always put it with Life Force. So that is what where we get all the information on Life Force, and that is how this guy was trying to put it out. So there is the link that for those who don't know how to go to Life Force, that is the link I'm putting in the chat area. So in the chat area there you can see that link. So that is the link or that you can get to Life Force with. So that is it. You get to Life Force with that link. Now let's go back to the summary of Monday. So after explaining what Life Force is, as I've just showed you, admin took over to continue with the training as usual, and he went a long way to expose a lot of things to us as far as Monday was concerned. So let's pull along and get what Monday was all about. So admin went on to tell us that After organizing your assemblies correctly, because with Life Force he was talking about assemblies correctly with 30 people, you need to send it to Life Force, but do not mention anything in your letter concerning TBC. So this is instructions that most people should follow in the community. Please, your letter of intent that you're sending to Life Force should not contain anything concerning TBC. Admin said he reached out to Ade Banjo and we discussed it out, and he is willing to help every assembly to get everything worked out. So Ade Banjo in Nigeria is the one in charge of all the African continent with Life Force. So any assembly that wants to get ratified, please get to Atebajo, or if you don't know how to get to him, come to the mass adoption training and you will get his contact from him and you would really be linked to him. And he said, my intention is to create about 12,000 of this assembly around the world. So this is the objective of which the Kringle community has as far as this assembly are concerned. Army called on a number of great leaders that deserve some recognition. All were presenting themselves. Their names were listed in the weekly meeting notice. So this is a special information of which Army pointed out as concerning the meritocracy of the Kringle community. Every leader that had more than 20, I'm so sorry, I need to show this to you. Normally, I don't need to always share this private blog, but I just want to pick these names out. Is a very important piece of information that everyone needs to be aware of meritocracy in the Kringle community. So everyone that had at least a great number of sign-ups within the week was among these names. So here are the names. Here all. Allow me to introduce you to all the core team leaders of September 2021, and we came to stress on this. Each of them had at least 10 personal referrals that paid in crypto during the month of September. So these are the names, Basa, Joko, and all the like. So if your name is here, let's get what admin told them. Admin told them that I invite all of these leaders to the mass adoption training to raise their hands and get my attention, because I want to offer you $500 more on top of Bitcoin bounties a month income working directly with me. Funny thing is, I don't know most of you, and we need to fix that. So admin call upon all these people that had at least 10 referrals paid in crypto for the growth of the mass adoption. So everybody that is growing their mass adoption is going to be working with admin and is going to be earning up to $500 dollars with the work putting on with admin. So this is something that everybody in the community that wants to stand out should be doing. So the information is at your disposal. So admin went up to talk about the keyword. He talked about routine. The number on the core team at that particular point was 5,000. I think I make a mistake. This was 5,700. Yeah, it was 700. 5,796 at that particular point. And admin went further to say, what is the first thing you do in the morning? He asked your routine. And admin said what he does every morning. Admin trying to explain to us what he does every morning. And he was trying to tell us that the most important thing that each exhibition should do within the 24 hours routine that we have is prospecting. We should have prospecting as one of the major things that we should be doing. So for all your routines figure out where and when you are to prospect. So for all your routines, you need to figure out when you can prospect. If you do not plan it, you will not do it. So if you don't plan prospection, you will not do it. Days will pass and go, and you are not doing any recruiting. This is because you have not added any routine of recruiting and prospecting in your daily work. Amni went back to explain the apocalypse zombie. So he went back to read that. And he says that what? We love free will. We in the Kringle community will love free will, and we are not for the zombie apocalypse. Once he read all the blog concerning the meeting, or concerning the weekly meeting, he came back to tell us what are some of the major things that we should do in order to avoid the impact of the vaccine. People were talking about ivermectin. He talked, go to a vitamin store line and buy your stuffs. We're talking, showing a video on what you can get in order to counteract the toxic effects of the vaccine for those who have already taken. But the great message was that nobody should take such a thing. So he went on to say, we are going to prepare people that have already taken the vaccines to get clean of all what they have taken. Do not take any more of this vaccine. There is a need to find a way to detoxify this. Mr. Charles explained his experience with Life Force. So Mr. Charles was trying to link a story that came to him that they were forcing him to take the vaccine, and he went to Life Force, and Life Force assisted him not to be pushed forward to take the vaccine. And admin continued with the blog, and Ade from Life Force came back and talked about Nigeria as being ratified already. Because Nigeria started long back to get in contact with Life Force since March 2021, and came asked him, Ade, to ratify most of African assemblies. So those are the words of Ade. He was saying that all African assemblies must pass by him. And Kim, on his part, wants that assemblies to represent their countries genuinely. So he was saying that let's get started by helping everyone to be ready with what is necessary and get everything necessary to ratify your country. Make sure the meeting carry out you are doing for about 4 weeks for your assembly to be ratified. Means that you must do at least 4 weeks meetings to add in the requirements that will make your assembly to be ratified. Admin pop up to explain the realities in assembly and use Nigeria as an example. So that is how the meeting went out. And the day conclusion was that he wants to work with all Africans and would love that like 10 million Nigerians to be on board assemblies with Life Force. So that is the end conclusions of Ade as concerning Nigeria Life Force. So that is how the meeting unfolded on Monday, the first day of the week. That is how the meeting unfolded on Monday, the first days of the week in with the mass adoption. Now, let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday mass adoption. So we are going to take. So let's go to Tuesday mass adoption training. Now, for Tuesday mass adoption training, we had this. Oh my God. Just give me a second. Let me open that document. I opened it and I closed it. So here we go. This is the Tuesday mass adoption training right here. So okay, mass adoption of Tuesday the 5th. So Monday was the 4th. We had Tuesday the 5th. So the mass adoption meeting started with Ambassador Mbe, and admin went through a story and he explained what experience he had when he was 19. And he said he came to the realization that anything he said in his mind, he could do it. And he ended up having a great deal of confidence to do all he wanted successfully. He was called Mr. Success. And he made a list of all the things he wanted. And the last thing he put on that list was the only thing that he should keep when every other thing can pass aside was happiness. So that is how admin explained how he went through his life as from 19 years to become what he is today. He went on to say there is a price in happiness. You have a balance in order to achieve happiness. It has a very high price tag. So happiness, as being the most of everything, has a very high price tag. And admin say, I'm one of the happy people of the world. He believes so. Despite the fact that he has not everything, but he is happy. I've made a lot of adjustment to be very happy. The key words of that day was happiness, and the call team moved to 512. 5,912. And Anmi went around to show us a video on happiness. Next, admin went up to explain really what happiness is. Admin agenda on happiness. And admin say, know yourself and know who you are, and make sure you are projecting to the world what you are seeing in yourself. So this is the secret of happiness that admin shared with the community on Tuesday in that mass adoption training. Know who you are and make sure you are projecting to the world what you are seeing in yourself. Do not fake who you are. If not, the world will reject you. Just do what you are to do to the world, and that will make you happy. You need to feel physically fine to be happy. So you should not do things because you want to please people, or you should not do things because you want to be loved, but feel free to expose what you have in you and let the world know what you have in you. This is what admin was trying to share to everyone, and to let people know that happiness comes from you exposing in you the reality of what you have to offer. If you treat your downlines rightly, they will be better prepared for the good management of their projects. So this happiness, you can express it and you can contaminate others with it by making your downlines to know that you have not brought them to TBC just because they are to pay the back office for you, but you are plucking them into a system that they themselves will also benefit from what they are doing. If you add all your bills and your Bitcoin bounties, I think that your Bitcoin bounties will undo your bills, and that will make you happy. Start a team building with Bitcoin bounties, and your only expense will be $30, and you are going to have peace of mind financially. And with your help to your downlines, it will also help them to have what it takes to build their Bitcoin bounties and build their project. So Ambassador May explained how the state of things with his community had a great impact for all to make Bitcoin bounties with the opportunity that LifeForce is offering us right now, and we need those Bitcoin bounty money to keep things moving, because while waiting for the funding of LifeForce, we need to have things working, just like what we did with the assembly here, National Assembly. A lot of things is going on, and the assembly members are really working it out well. While waiting fundings to come from LifeForce, ratification of the United for Food. While waiting for us to come from LifeForce, we need to get money from Bitcoin bounties. We need to tell people to benefit from. And these are the things that most people are not understanding. We have LifeForce coming up with the COVID relief funds, which will be given to everybody. We have the assurance health card that is coming. We have the the funding of projects. And yesterday when I was on the call, I was having them talking about a platform to assist businesses that have been impacted by COVID. So those are a whole lot of things that people need to benefit from, and we need to share this information out with everyone. And the last thing of this training on Tuesday was Burkina Faso, that was ratified as one of the subsidy centers that will be coming up. So the committee was elected for them to work out to see that Burkina Faso comes up with a different area or areas that will be accepted after meeting the conditions to have a food subsidy center. We run rapidly to the mass adoption meeting of Wednesday, 6th of October. Now, on Wednesday, 6th of October, hosted by Ambassador Bay as usual, admin started by asking a question: what can you do with $30? And the answer of Ambassador Bay, he said he can feed with $30. He likes food. So admin went to tell him that is true, but is that $30 beneficiary to many people? He says to some people at an extent. Admin was trying to say that what? With your $30 activation that you do every month, it will help a whole lot. So the answer from the host is to pay you back your back office, and this will benefit many people involved in the community. Amin went on to spread sheet to demonstrate how $30 from each individual will be so that useful. That if 1 million people pay $30, it will give us 30 billion. What he was trying to show is the power of the people coming together and contributing $30 a month for the operationality of the economy, so, or the community. So if we don't combine all individuals, it will not change anything in the world. So the coming together of individuals with a basic mission and an objective in mind, and putting the necessary effort and resources for that objective, is going to do a great lot for the world. We are different from others in the sense that we do not have transaction fee with our currency. E.g., if you take a Bitcoin transaction, he did a Bitcoin transaction and he looked at the expenses just for that transaction. They were enormous, and that is why we are particular. So admin said, for the past 30 days, you have what have you been using cryptocurrencies with merchants, or have you been using cryptocurrency with merchants? A pool was done, and it shows from the pool that 90% do not use cryptocurrencies for ordinary daily purchases. So admin said we have over 22,000 merchants and plus in the criminal community that accept in percentages, and those merchant base is still growing. So we are doing things our way, and it's quite different from all other cryptocurrency and the way they are acting out there. So the keywords on that day was structure, and admin said we want to use people's power. And the people's power is for us to understand what we are to do with this people's power. So he went on to say, we need to subsidize food with our food subsidy center, make other things. We have a lot of other projects. So how are we going to achieve this? Is your $30 monthly fee that will help us in this process. Our communication structure is what is going to lead us through. So we need to make people to know, like what I'm doing here right now is a communication process to let you know what you should be doing. Each person will talk to 10 people, and the 10 people are going to talk to 10 people, and that is how it's going to make things to work out quickly. The structure, we have it in the Kringle back office. So the structure that admin was trying to say, talk about is this structure that we have right here in the Kringle back office, that we need to construct it and give room to everybody in the Kringle community to benefit from. This is the structure here. We are going to have some to become billionaires and some to become millionaires, and it all depends on what level you are to put yourself, and you make your choice. So this is the structure that is right here. This is the structure admin was talking about. We have billionaires, we have millionaires, and we have workers right below there. So this is the structure that we are building in the Kringle community, and everyone that is on board need to go through that structure. Now, he showed us a live force video. I've showed you this is a live force. For those who don't know the website of live force, you can come here to live force website. This is United Network .nuch.tv. So this is where you get everything on live force. So he showed us a video, and India Pretom Kumar had a meeting with live force. So the Indian head of assembly had a meeting with live force, and it was so great as he exposed the different things that he talked out with the live force team. So he said we need to follow all instruction of live force to benefit all the things that live force has to offer. Fundings for basic necessities. Recruit people who are professional, not people that do not have what to feed on. So this is what he was trying to expose after his meeting with live force. Bring for professionals like doctor, technicians, and many other people that are at your level and higher that can pay their office back fee or can pay their activation fee and have good internet connection. So admin profited from what Pretom Kumar was explaining, to say that people should not look to the poor to bring them to TBC right now, because this TBC structure that we have here, we want that these people at the top should be at least some people that can afford certain things. And now the people that are really poor and cannot afford certain things right now should be down here. So when we are going out prospecting, we should go for these people that are technicians, doctors, and all other people of walks of life that can be able to have $30 to pay their activation fee for us to sustain the foundation of the structure. When we sustain the foundation of the structure, we can come back now to people that do not really have all it takes every month to pay for their Kringle back office, and that will help us to pull along. So that is how Tuesday went along, and that is how the training was concluded on that Wednesday. And then now let's go to Thursday. Talking about Thursday, admin came up, and this is what he exposed on that particular Thursday. Admin announced that Life Force is about to test their assurance health card of 2 people per country that they have selected. So this was the great announcement of Thursday. They are also working for their own bank to go operational. So a new financial system is about going operational with Life Force, and they are working hard on it to work out as soon as possible. They also have the desire to distribute money for many other things, many other projects. I talked to you about the COVID release fund, the subsidies given to businesses due to COVID, and project sponsoring, and many other. We need these assemblies as basic structure where these fundings are going to pass. So building assemblies are very important for us to help get this funding. You are on the journey to the top of the world by continuing attending meetings and following instructions. So, warning, you should have your project done by now. Write them out, do proper research, and put it on paper. So please, we should not wait till the moment that funding will start writing our project. We need to start writing our project here now. Even yesterday, as I was with the call, they keep insisting that the project should be done right now, not later when fundings have already started, because they will have a whole lot to go through. Once the project start having funding, we shall show a sample of one that has been funded. So for those who are still asking for samples are going to come up. Get your project done before there is a gap when many projects will be piled up. Now, the Thursday keyword was skills, and Anmi went on to bring out the 12 skills of which every person that wants to be a billionaire should have. And he stressed out that these 12 skills are the building block on which every billionaire in the criminal community needs to work at. The first of the 12 skills is communication skills. You must be able to communicate. The second is sales. We need to be good at sales. We need to have the power of persuasion to make someone do things that he was not prepared to do, but towards the right direction. The next one, marketing and branding. We should be good at marketing and branding. Your project must have a good marketing and branding system, which is installed by you. Emotional intelligence. We must be a people's person. Have the people emotion, or get the people emotion to feel what someone is at and respond to that. Be patient, which is something you need to acquire, mostly for those around you. Product and innovation. You must have innovation and you must bring in new product. Taking something and changing it into something else is what we call creating a product or innovating. Skills of organization. You must have skills of organization. Admin said, my job is to manage people and time. The more organized you are, the more successful you will become. So be punctual in rendezvous. Always be on time. Be organized, structured. The next, number 7, goal setting and planning. We must plan and we set goals. We achieve them, we go for the next goals. The next is money management. If you don't know how to manage money, you'll always be in a situation of insufficiency, and that will spoil all what you have projected to do. Number 9, philanthropy. They say rich people give while poor people spend. So we need to have an open heart to give. They say giving is getting twice. So number 10, networking. And admin say one of the top 3 of these skills that every division should have should be networking. You should be networking and building your teams. You should be networking and making people to come into the community. 11, leadership. You should stand out. He says he believes in leadership that is stand out, not in leadership that appointed. You can stand out and say, I can do this. I believe I have the possibility to do this. Number 12, time management. You must manage your time. You must do what is necessary at the right time for you to have the right benefits of what you have done. And we had honorable mentions concerning these 12 qualities of a millionaire. We had perseverance, innovation, coaching, after-sales services, public speaking, storytelling, traveling, team building, negotiation, etiquette, conflict resolution, stress management, advanced learning. So admin say skills come to one word and is learn. So if you want to get skills, you need to learn them. You learn the skills. You learn them, and learning comes through repetition. Repetition gives you an understanding. And the more you repeat, the more you are efficient at what you do. So we need to repeat. You are a human because you came here to learn. When you leave here, you are going to have a completely different experience. This body is a machine that gives you the opportunity to experience this world and learn. You are in a learning environment and you are a learning machine. Since you came here, you have been changing as time passed by. You become a much better version of you. you get more effective at what you do by learning it. Learn and develop all those skills is the most important as team building. So for you to learn and develop all the skills that are necessary, you must do team building. Take your personal referrals serious. Know what they want. Are you talking to your referrals? Are you as you do that, your skills are going to grow. Believe enough in yourself that you will learn and learn until you become successful. So that is how the meeting of Thursday went. And the meeting on Friday, I will just take you. This is the meeting on Friday with Ambassador Bay. So here is the link. I will always want you to go to his YouTube channel. So this is the link of the meeting of Friday with Ambassador Bay. That is right here. So you need to go to this training and get all. The central word which Mbe was trying to put out on this meeting is that word. TBC is doing a whole lot. TBC has gone a long way to do a whole lot. And we are really trying our best, and the community still needs more to keep doing what we are doing to help others to understand that we are on a good path and we are leading ourselves to the best of place. So that is what Ambassador Bay gave yesterday as far as his training was concerned. So that is the link. This is the link to that is the link to his training. Yes, that is the link to his training of yesterday. So you can get that link and you get the Friday training. So guys, this is where we'll wrap up the curtains today for the weekly review of the mass adoption training of the Kringle community. It's a privilege for me to have you. I will just stand back and have the French edition of this training. And guys, I'm so happy. Share this link. Permit everyone to be abreast with what is going on. A whole lot is waiting to be shared in the community. And have a nice time and see you in another edition. Bye-bye for now.